Om Shanti. 13 February 2021 Bab-Dada Sakar Murli. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, you have come to the Father to have your dormant fortune awakened. To have your fortune awakened means to become a master of the world. Question: which nourishment makes you children as wise as the Father? Answer: this study is nourishment for the intellects of you children. The intellects of those who study this study every day, that is, those who take this nourishment every day, become divine. The Father, the Lord of Divinity, who is the intellect of the wise, makes the intellects of you children wise and divine, similar to His. Song: I have come having awakened my fortune. Om Shanti. On hearing this line of that song, you sweetest children should have goose pimples of happiness. It is a common song, but no one else understands the essence of it. Only the Father comes and tells you the meaning of the songs and the scriptures, etc. You sweetest children understand that in the Iron Age, everyone's fortune is dormant. In the Golden Age, everyone's fortune is awakened. Only the one Father awakens your dormant fortune, gives you Srimad to create your fortune. He alone sits here and awakens the fortune of you children. As soon as children are born, their fortune awakens. After a child is born, he becomes aware that he is in higher. It is exactly the same here, but this is an unlimited aspect. You children know that your fortune awakens every cycle and that it then becomes dormant. When you become pure, your fortune awakens. It is said, there is the pure household ashram. The word ashram is the pure world. There is the pure household ashram, and in contrast to that, there is the impure household religion. You wouldn't say ashram of something impure. The household religion belongs to everyone. It also exists among the animals. All of them create children. Even animals are said to belong to the household religion. You children now know that you belong to the pure household ashram. In the Golden Age, you were deities. Their praises sung, full of all virtues, 16 celestial degrees full. You used to sing this yourselves. You now understand that you are once again changing from human being into deities. It is sung that it didn't take God long to change humans into deities. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are called deities. They say, salutations to the deity Brahma, and then they say, salutations to the Supreme Soul Shiva. You now understand the meaning of this. They simply say this out of blind faith. They even say, salutations to the deity Shankar. For Shiva, they say, salutations to the Supreme Soul Shiva. And so there is a difference. That one is a deity and this one is the Supreme Soul. You cannot say that Shiva and Shankar are one and the same. You know that you truly did have a stone intellects and that you are now becoming those with divine intellects. Deities cannot be called those with the stern intellects. According to the drama, you had to come down the ladder into Ravan's kingdom. Now, from those with the stone intellects, you have to become those with divine intellects. The one Father is the wisest of all. Your intellects now have no power at all. The Father sits here and makes the intellects of such ones divine. You come here to make your intellects divine. There are temples to the Lord of Divinity. They also have gatherings, melas there, but no one knows who the Lord of Divinity is. In fact, it is only the one Father who makes everyone divine. He is the intellect of the wise. This knowledge is nourishment for the intellects of you children. The intellects are transformed so much. This world is called a forest of thorns. How much sorrow people give one another. This is the Tamopradhan world of extreme hell. Many fearsome stories have been written in the Garuda Puran, the Garud Puran. The intellects of you children are now receiving nourishment. The unlimited Father is giving you nourishment. This is a study. This can also be called the nectar of knowledge. There is no water, etc. Nowadays, they call everything nectar. They even say that the water of the Ganges is nectar. They wash the feet of the deity idols with that water and keep it, calling it nectar. This is also something to be understood with your intellects. Is that handful of water nectar, or is the water of the purifier Ganges nectar? The one who gives the handful of water doesn't say that it will make the impure pure. They say of the water of the Ganges that it is the purifier. They say that when a person dies, he should have the water of the Ganges on his lips. They show that Arjun shot an arrow and then gave nectar. Nectar emerged where the arrow struck. You children have not shot any arrows. There is a village where they fight with bows and arrows. The king of that place is said to be an incarnation of God. However, no one can be an incarnation of God. In fact, there is only one true Satguru who is the bestower of salvation for all, and he will now take all souls back with him. No one apart from the Father can take you back home. There is no question of merging with the Brahma element. This play is predestined. The world cycle continues to turn eternally. You now understand how the world history and geography repeat. No one else understands this. Human beings, that is, souls, don't know their Father, the Creator, whom they remember and of whom they say, "O God, the Father." They would never say God, the Father, to a physical father. They use the term God, the Father, with a lot of respect. It is to him that they sing, "O Purifier, remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness." On the one hand, they say that he is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, and on the other hand, when they experience sorrow or their child dies, they say that God gives happiness and sorrow and that God has taken away their child. What has he done? They sing praise of God, but then, when something happens, they begin to insult him. They say that God gave them that child. Therefore, if he has taken that child back, why should they cry? He has just gone to God. No one cries in the golden age. The Father explains, there is no need to cry. The soul has to go and play another part according to his karmic accounts. Because people don't have knowledge, they cry so much. It is as though they have gone mad. Here the Father explains, even if your mother dies, you have to eat halwa. You have to be a destroyer of attachment. Mine is the one unlimited Father and none other. You children should have such a stage. You have heard the story of the king who conquered attachment, have you not? All of those are tall stories. There is no question of sorrow in the golden age. There is never untimely death there. You children understand that you are conquering death. The Father is called the Great Death. The death of all deaths is enabling you to conquer death. This means you will never experience untimely death. Souls cannot experience death. A soul sheds his body and takes another. That is called experiencing death. Death isn't anything else. People continue to sing praise, but they don't understand anything. They sing songs of praise, but they don't understand the meaning of those songs. Everything is now beyond the understanding of human beings. The Father explains, these 5 vices have made your intellect so poor. So many people go to Badrinath, etc. Today, 2 to 400,000 people go. Even important officers go on a pilgrimage there. You don't go there, and so they say that the Brahma Kumaris have become atheists because they don't perform devotion. You then tell them that those who don't know God are atheists. No one knows the Father, and this is why this is called a world of orphans. They continue to fight and quarrel among themselves so much. This whole world is Baba's home, is it not? The Father comes to purify the children of the whole world. For half the cycle there truly was the pure world. They even sing, as is King Ram, so are the subjects of Ram. As Ram is wealthy, so too are his subjects. How could there be anything unrighteous there? They even say that the lion and the lamb drink water together there. So, where could Ravan, etc. come from? They don't understand anything. When people abroad hear those things, they are amused. You children know that the Father, the ocean of knowledge, has come and that He is now giving you knowledge. This world is impure. Would He purify the impure through inspiration? People call out, O purifier, come and purify us. Therefore, He must surely have come in Bharat. Even today, He tells us, I, the ocean of knowledge, have come. You children know that only Shiv Baba has all the knowledge. That Father sits here and explains all of these things to you, children. If in the scriptures they are all tall stories, they mention the name of God, Vyas. They say that he wrote the scriptures, that Vyas belonged to the path of devotion. This one is Vyasdev, and you, his children, are Sukhdev, bestower of happiness. You are now becoming deities, bestowers of happiness. You are receiving your inheritance of happiness from Vyas, Shiva, the teacher, Shivacharya. You are the children of Vyas. So that people don't become confused, you are called the children of Shiva. His real name is Shiva. The Father now says, since Shiv Baba is personally sitting in front of you, stop looking at bodily beings. Souls can be realized, and the Supreme Soul can also be realized. He is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, Shiva. He comes and shows you the path to become pure from impure. He says, I am the Father of you souls. A soul can be realized, it cannot be seen. The Father asks, has each of you realized that you are soul? An imperishable part is recorded in such a tiny soul, just like a record. You know that you souls adopt bodies. At first you were soul conscious and then you became body conscious. You know that you souls take 84 births. There is no end to this. Some people ask when this drama began. However, this drama is eternal. It is never destroyed. This is called the predestined imperishable world drama. The Father sits here and explains to you children just as uneducated children are taught. The soul resides in the body. This is food for stone intellects. The intellect receives understanding. Baba has had pictures made for you children. It is very easy. This is the Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. Why is Brahma called Trimurti? They say deity, deity, great deity. They place one above the other, but they don't understand the meaning of that. How can Brahma be a deity? Prajapita Brahma has to exist here. These things are not mentioned in the scriptures. The Father says, I enter this body and explain to you through him. I make this one belong to me. I come in the last of his many births. This one also renounces the 5 vices. Those who adopt renunciation are called yogis and rishis. You have now become Raj Rishis. You have renounced the 5 vices and this is why your name is changed. You become Raja Yogis. You make a promise. Those sannyasis renounce their homes and families and go away. Here, husband and wife live together and promise that they will never indulge in vice. The main thing is vice. You children know that Shiv Baba is the creator. He creates the new world. He is the seed, the truth, the living being, the ocean of bliss and the ocean of knowledge. Only the Father knows how establishment, destruction and sustenance take place. Human beings don't know this. They very quickly say, you Brahma Kumaris will bring about the destruction of the world. Acha, may you have a rose in your mouth. May what you say come true. They say that you are instruments to bring about destruction, that you don't believe in the scriptures, in devotion or in gurus, and that you just listen to your Dada. However, the Father himself says, this is an impure body and I have entered him. There cannot be anyone pure in the impure world. People simply repeat the things they have heard from others. It was through such rumors that Bharat has become so degraded. It is then that the Father comes, tells you the truth and grants salvation to everyone. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Spiritual children in return to the spiritual father says good morning, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Essence for Dharana, point number 1. Claim your inheritance of happiness from the Father and become a deity, bestower of happiness. Give happiness to everyone. In order to become a Rajrishi, renounce all the vices. Point number 2. This study is real nourishment. In order to attain salvation, stop listening to rumors and follow Srimad. Listen to only the one Father. Become a conqueror of attachment. Blessing, may you be worthy of respect and worthy of worship, and give respect to everyone with your stage of humility by constantly remaining stable in your self-respect. May you be worthy of respect and worthy of worship and give respect to everyone with your stage of humility by constantly remaining stable in your self-respect. The Father's praise is your self-respect. Remain stable in this self-respect and you will become humble and automatically continue to receive respect from everyone. You do not receive respect by asking for it, for it is by giving respect, by being stable in your self-respect and renouncing respect that you receive the fortune of being worthy of respect and worthy of worship, because to give respect is not giving it but receiving it. Slogan: as well as being one who knows everything, be the one who does everything and who continues to distribute the prasad, holy food, of experience to weak, powerless souls. As well as being one who knows everything. Be the one who does everything and who continues to distribute the prasad, holy food, of experience to weak, powerless souls. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.